Hello, everybody. Good evening from India. So, I'm with Don John. Trust me, one of the most dedicated people that I ever saw in my life. And it's an honor for me to have a session through him because he's very good in web development, he's very good in machine learning and things like that. But trust me, there are amazing set of people whom I have met in my journey as a student. I think Don C. John is one of them, and I'm honored to have him on this session on cybersecurity. And also, trust me, never miss this chance of getting to know what is this technology also all about, because this is much more blooming technology right now. So now I present you cybersecurity series with Don C. John as the first episode. And right now we'll be covering a lot of fishing and the other topics here. So over to you, John. It's all yours now.
Thank you, Vishwas. Okay, good to be with you for spending some time. Okay, today we are planning to give a basic on cybersecurity. So let me share my screen. Is in my screen visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Hello.
Yes, it is visible. It is visible.
Okay. So today we will be looking at some what we say some security related stuff which we come across in our daily life. So, first of all, myself, Don C. John. So, now I work as a software developer. So, these are my handles, social media handles. So, you can go through if you would like. So, there will be some what do we say some activities like some labs which will be going across. So, all those are for education purpose. So we do not promote any what we say any legal activities which is harmful to you or to the society. Okay. So today we'll be focusing on cybersecurity and hacking. So we'll be defining those on the initial stage, and we will look across what's need of cybersecurity, and we will spot all those cyber crimes which comes under cybersecurity. Uh, okay. Then we will look at some of the attacks in a limited time, and we will have its defense or like what all precautions we do need to take for being secured in this digital world. Then we will be having dark web, so some related to dark web. Then we will be looking for some security tips. So basically this is we are going to focus on. I think we can have a start. So okay. So long back when we are connected to internet, we are all on the cyber world. So I think I no need to explain to you how it's important for you to be part of a cyber world in this present scenarios. Like everything in this COVID situation is under online, even this webinar. Okay, so it's now being a trend to be in cyber world by everyone. So we have this much 624 uh, billions of peoples which are being on internet on India as per Jan 2021. So in that also like there is around um an 8.2 percentage of increase uh, per year. So it's the users in internet is increasing day by day, and so the cyber crimes. Okay. We have what we say cyber crimes all over the world, not only in India. But now significantly, we in India also we are having a what we say 3 to 4% share of giving the world cybercrime growth towards the world. So India is sponsoring that. Not sponsoring, it's like there are being some cyber crimes being registered. all over. So, what's cybersecurity? So, in cybersecurity, is a practice of protecting systems and networks, programs. Okay, so mainly it's to give a protection to your systems, computers, networks, your softwares, digital programs, etc. So as to prevent the digital attacks on you, on your peripherals. So this is basically cybersecurity is. Then what's hacking? So it's purely non-toward. It's like the unauthorized intrusion to a computer or a network. So if someone do it as unauthorized, it's called hacking. If it's authorized, it's good. Okay. So in that basis, we have like if the main activity of a hacker it's like what we say it's a, for a timeline we say like they explain in their own words like they hide their IPs, they aim at a victim, they crack all the encryptions on whatever they go on, kill all firewalls, enter into our databases, return as anonymous. So they will be anonymous and they will come to our like they will decrypt all our securities, kill all our firewalls, and they will hack all data, they will return anonymous. So this is what a lifespan of hacker is. So this would be done. Okay. So there are mainly three type of hackers, which are like black hat hackers, gray hat hackers, white hat hackers. So in a nutshell, black hat hackers are much evil. Like they do much hacking or like some illegal things um, to everyone. They do to other some organization, they do to some persons, people, etc. So those are comes under black hat hackers. Then comes the gray hat hackers, which becomes on both sides. Like they are like part of both sides of coin. Like they do some illegal things and they do some good things. So they do help some. They do some ethically some things, then they do some illegal things which target some of their audience. Then there is white hat hackers, which is all like uh, our ethical hackers. So they do things. They are also hackers, but they do it under authorizations. Like we have hackers, pen testers, which are under our organization, who are well trained to prevent attacks from these black hat hackers or gray hat hackers. So they go under testing, pen testing, and a lot of other security flows of our organization or any other programs or software which we use. So these are all the three type of hackers which we come across in our daily life. So what's a cybercrime? So as simple like a cybercrime involves an activity with a computer or a uh, network. So it's a criminal activity. Okay, but the thing to remember is like it's differ from place to place. So for example, like in some countries, VPN using a VPN is restricted and it's like a legal crime. So in some countries, there is like you can use any amount of website, use it torrent. It's all legal. So it it depends from which place you are belong to and which from where you access to. So you would be having a heard of like you do crime in India or like you do crime in a country, then you go to another country, then you are becoming safe. It's something tricky, but I don't know. Okay, so there are much loopholes. Like we cannot purely define what are cyber crimes. Some are common to all, but some are like not specific to everyone. So these are the types of cyber crimes. Main type of cyber crimes which we come across in our daily life. One thing is like email hacking. So email hacking is like so like couple of days before I got a mail from like my friend. So it was like, hi Don, please do send me some of my like software related stuff all to mail. So like my friend doesn't ask for me on through a mail. He just do a WhatsApp. I was just amazed to see like I think I thought like he was going professional. Oh, what happened to him? Then there was like another friend, a common friend of both of us, was doing and like what we say, sending a mail instead of him to me under his mail ID. So the thing is like what we want to understand is like we have uh, like um, mail services. So like what we say, Gmail, etc., etc. So on those, like we don't have a provision to check the sender is right or wrong. Like to verify the sender, it's difficult. There is not much priority on that. There are some priorities if we send some mails to our organization mail. It's possible from like DK, DKG or like PKG. There are some encryption standards which we can use and follow in our organizational mail, like something like, so I belong to a company, so X at the right company.com, then B at the right company.com. So we can implement those on our company standards. But in a whole nutshell, it's a bit difficult for us to check whether like a, a particular mail is sent by one or another. So if we get some emails, we should be somewhat aware and somewhat like nowadays like our Google account or like Apple account or like Amazon account became our prime uh, or yeah, for example social media also, Facebook, Twitter, GitHub. This all becomes our like prime what we say login towards all other uh, activities. So hacking our mail, it's giving a good open backdoor to our digital life. So that's basically meant by email hacking. Then impersonification. So this one is like this one is much similar on what we say, who are very much um, public on what we like, who are very much have a good publicity over their profiles. We do have like impersonations profiles like I like my profile is Don C John, Facebook dot slash Don C John. So someone would pick up another, create another Facebook profile as similar as mine, with my profile pic, with my pictures, like my belongings. So if someone on internet just scroll down, if he like he would be sending multiple requests to everyone, like they don't know like we doesn't share like this is our a personal what we say Facebook ID. If we get some requests, we just simply accept them. So and if we come across some chats, we will what we say, we just accept them. Okay. So like that, there are many attacks which are going on impersonification. So that's somewhat on impersonification. And there is data theft. Data theft means we will ignore, like we will take some data from, or we steal some data through networking, or like even like uh, shoulder reading, or like okay, whatever. So there are some methods. We will go across detailed on our like on the labs, how we can like do some data theft. So another next for that example is a phishing. So we will go detail on that. And there are some credit card frauds which are much heavily available. Who are like what we say. We know in usage of credit card, it's like we have uh, a number, credit card number. then a CVV as well as some expiration date and the name of the credit card user. So with this, we are able to proceed for an online transaction without any OTPs. So if you use these credit cards on a public network, or like if your system is hacked, these informations are going to be saved, given to public through dark web or etc. So this type of activities are credit card frauds, or like they create some fake bin accounts, uh, some bin IDs for some accounts, and they create uh, much amount of purchase through our credit cards. So if we have some credit cards, do be careful with that, and do make what like insist is like, do turn off international payment when after you have completed that. Like, do not keep it on for every time. Okay. So there are threatening messages, like we have some message like we have some, or recently a couple of days before, like we have seen, like we got a message from my senior. So he got a message, like he got a WhatsApp call. So the person behind was like a girl. It was a WhatsApp video call, but it just rang. So he just took the call. At the time, there was like what we say, like, then at the other end was there was a girl. She was nude. Then she was facing to him and telling something. And after a while, like he just suddenly quit the call. And after a while, he had like what we say, it's like a message, like, with the photo or screenshot of that which he was calling on, and he was threatened. It was like it's some part of uh, now becoming daily to all those who are not aware of such frauds. So they do it because they want, if we are not much literate, they want to make us fools and get some amount of us. So there are some threatening which are done under cyber crimes, and a much popular one is like software privacy, piracy. So it's like we use what we say, we use many softwares without paying developers the enough fee for them. Like I'm I'm truly against that. Like, if we will be getting many pirated copy of software from many sources, but there would be many bugs, many bots, which are going to trap you all along on your life. So try to respect the work of software developers. Then paying it won't be. Um, it's not part of, like, do respect them and do give an ethical part for them. And there is like pornography, so which is as I mentioned before, some for some part of the world it's illegal, some part of the world it's legal. So anyway, like I don't recommend you to go on with that. Like our like cyber cell team is good at you catching on those. What I like next one is like copyright infringement. Like we take some content and we copy on that, and we just make another thing. Okay. So if someone does a better one, and we just copy that, we create a what we say, a dupe of that, a duplicate. Okay. Duplicate version. Like we have an iPhone and we have an iPhone duplicate, which is like something pricing difference between, like, an iPhone costs around 1 lakh, and we have an iPhone duplicate with 10,000. So it would be all along the globally on our world. Like we will be having a Kerala edition, we will be having a Bangalore edition, a Tamil edition. So place to place, our, like, the genius experts who are able to clone are making each one. Then there are trademark violations, like what we say, we have like for example, like like my name is Don. So if I'm putting my name for a trademark for Don, so another company will be taking it as DAWN Don. That's also almost similar to my name. So like that, there would be some phishing or like something which are similar would be taken. You'll be having a deep note on a trademark violation, and it's basically like the main trend is going with homography. So we'll be checking on that little part of the this session. Next thing is like spamming. Spamming is lot we spam tremendously through SMS, mails. Okay, whatever possible. I don't know why this digital marketing guys are thoroughly on to us. Uh, okay, so we will have a much deeper word on spam on later part of the session with some what we say some labs too. Then there is spoofing. So okay, spoofing is the spoofing. There are mainly many things: MAC spoofing, IP spoofing, phone number spoofing, email spoofing. So email spoofing I have just discussed earlier. There are many spoofing. So we will go deep on that later. Then there is denial of service, like we make our server down, or like we make some interruptions so that the service is not got for all. So on later there are many cyber crimes. Then there is cyber stalking, which is like putting some harass words or like expressing to hurt someone on social media. Okay, there is also a word like cyberbullying or etc. So there are also cyber crimes related on that. So hope you just stay out of this type of such things which are common cyber crimes, which are if we just uh, the main thing is like we drive a car like since we get a driving license, but for browsing on all we don't have some license or like some studies. We just come across, we just even some like I my cousins are like so they are like around LKG, so they doesn't have gone to their schooling, so due to this COVID pandemic, so they have classes. Those LKG kids are even like they're going to Gmail, taking the links and going to Google Meet, so much ahead. So they have not they don't have what they're doing. Okay, they just look what their mom do, then they just simply copy and do. Okay, so I think I have much more due. Let's go much deeper and some okay. So as I mentioned before, one main the one main thing which we see in our daily life is like homographs. It's like there are some words which are similar to other words. Okay, so if we use some words for like let's put some example, that would be great. Okay, so like I have put an example like dawn. Okay, so we got they have took other words for dawn from other like so we have seen some special characters on our numeric pads in early days. So like that, there are some similar alphabetic which are having some difference other on our like what we say ISI, like on the ISI. It's like our the keyboard. Uh, okay, so with that they have some changes. So we can if for example like there is website known as www.dawn.com. They will have another uh, same named website link which which would be with the words of these words which are shown here. So this is much common these days. So we will go for a link, but it would be another website. So they, on that website they will be hacking, like they'll be making some attacks on us. So for example, O and zero are like true friends. Like both are meaning same, and like seem like both, no, no, not both are seeing same meaning, but similar to C. So like that, there are many words here. Uh, so this is one of the attacks which are very much common as a first step of phishing. So we will be sending you some links. Then on that, when you click that, then you'll be you redirected. So we like, for example, SBI is one of the banker which is banking, so which is well known. So on that, like if I just put SBI, so we have like some words. So I can pick some of these and create a domain with those words. Then if I register that, if like when we get a message, it would be a similar one. When we go to that, we will be basically attacked. Okay. So this is what about homograph is. Okay. So the next thing is like the URL resolvers. As I said before, these type of links which will be prompted under a URL, and these would be like gone given to you. URL shorteners are much available for you guys on these days. Like we don't want the big old links to be typed on our Chrome browsers, or like for our ease of use we use short linkers. So but what happens is like there would be multiple crawlers in between these type of URLs. So uh, there will be some attacks on behind that. We will go these attacks on the sessions. Okay, so I would like to just show you one website which you can use for, like there are expanders for URL. So it's better that you just what we say. So this is my a bit.ly link of mine. So if I just expand this URL, oh sorry. Okay, so if I just expand this, I will get the main link which is associated with this particular short URL. So it would be like, and the redirect URL will be one. If you are using multiple redirect, just be aware like there is something which is going to be making you into trouble. Okay, so just use expanders before you use the short linkers in your daily life. Make it as a practice, because like there are many difficulty going to be with you uh, on because of that. Okay, so next thing is like SMS attacks. SMS attack are like, as I mentioned before, we will send a phishing site link through SMS, through homographs, etc. Then it would be like what we say, common to all. Just we will just go to the website, we will be just doomed. Another thing is like spamming. As I promised you before, like spamming is like everywhere. In SMS also there is spamming, which is like SMS bombing. It's like we know if we go to a website and we register on that, we give our phone numbers, they give us a OTP back to our phone numbers, right? So on these are on a free of cost. So our hackers do is like they took some similar websites which ask OTP for verification on creation of those site or for login. So these are taken and they are tried multiple times. So the output is like we'll be getting like a numerous amount of SMS onto our mobile, and there would be some what we say some anxiety on that, and there will be a call or like some thing which should be coming across on that. Okay, I think there will be some a call like your phone is hacked. Actually, your phone is not hacked, but they are doing something similar on that. So that's the, and there are two SMS malware attacks in which you will be given some SMS with some malware, some virus on that links. So if we click on that, our phone is doomed. Okay. So for spam, I would like to just, so this is all for education purpose, not to do anything harm for you. So here you can what we say you can for okay let me okay here you just enter the phone number. Okay, for example, I'm just putting my phone number, like how many SMS you need. For example, 10. Okay, so let me put as 3. Okay. Then how speed which you need. Okay, then you just start on that. Then you will be getting like what we say those SMS. Okay, one SMS I sent, then 2, then 3. Okay, okay, so I don't know whether it's viewable to you. Okay, so this time they have chosen on my card and send me a message. Then like, okay, BT said, okay, so they put some message on my phone. Okay, so repeated SMS would make some difficulty for us to use our phone. Like we cannot use it as easy.
Oh,
R- r- Hello.
I just do it. Move at the full screen. I just removed the screen share now.
Uh,
Can you show it once again? The message part.
uh, you want to see that again?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Is it viewable?
Yes, it's viewable. Sure,
Okay.
I'll
I
make
don't
it
know.
screen visible. Yeah.
Okay. So it's like it's basically SMS bombing. You can there is also like call bombing. Whatever it's do is like when we use it for so for the OTP there is another option like to call. So they will call us and they will tell their OTP numbers. Okay, so there are many such things which are available. So this is one site which onto that. Uh, these sites won't be like going for a long time, long run. Like they will be banned or like they'll get a strike within much time. Okay, so now this site is working. So I think you guys can have a look on that. Okay, so okay. So back to our what we say topic. So phishing we will be detailedly doing a demo. Okay. So OTP request. So there are still many people who give their OTPs when someone calls you back. Okay. It may affect your banking, or it may affect your other accounts access gain for the hacker to go on. So never share your OTPs with anyone unless you have a damn sure about that. A trust on them. Okay. So let's move on. Next thing is like what we say the security password. No, secure password. Okay. So it's like we have many websites which are having a security breach day by day. It's like they have some problems or some issues with their codings. So we do not use same passwords over all your social media accounts, or like all your uh, account, like all your digital accounts. Use different password. Like if one of your website is being under security breach, it would affect all. Okay. So the next one is uh, like I won't recommend any password manager also. I have seen many of in the society, like they do save their passwords on their what we say, on the browser, on the like on the browser, and they use some password manager too. These all can be also hacked. Okay. On the browser we will be looking on deeper, and we will having some demo on that, on what we say, on the uh, browser attack session. Okay. So, and there is one case study of WhatsApp. Before that, I recommend all of you to enable two-step verification on WhatsApp. So WhatsApp was is much common. What we say, the much common social linking platform which is used heavily. So there's in WhatsApp there's a bug. It's like uh, I think it's fixed in my college days. It was much alive. Okay, the bug is much similar. Like I have a WhatsApp account. It cannot be opened on other phone. If like I have a phone, it has a WhatsApp account linked with my phone number. This account cannot be opened on another phone with while my phone is having that same account. Okay, the same account cannot be opened on two of the mobile phones. I think that word would be much more similar to digest. Okay, so if you try to do that, they will tell like uh, uh, head on, you need to log out from that device to go with this, or like you can drop this, you can continue on the old device. Okay, there'll be options onto that. So what basically it's doing is like they do not have any magic to like to know what's happening. So I was a bit curious. Then I was looking on what how they determine like that device and this device. Okay, my phone as well as my friend's phone, for example. So I when I like all these phones differ, like have only unique MAC IDs. Okay, which are unique for each hardware. So they took the hardware ID and they place it, they save it on the database. And if someone tried to log in, they like try to use a service, they just check that if that message is from that MAC ID or like that unique device or not. So that's basically happening. So there are many, as I mentioned before, there are MAC ID spoofing, which is much commonly available. So we can just spoof that MAC ID of our friend's phone, and truly we can just establish all those messages on the WhatsApp. With that bug, they have introduced two-step verification for WhatsApp, but like many of us has not even enabled this particular two-step verification on WhatsApp still now. Okay. Now they are having some more critical security checks onto while with the location and some other parameters too. No, but on olden days it was not that case. So this is a much simple use case in which two-step verification was in need. Okay, so it's it. So that's it. So next thing is like a browser attacks. So one thing I want to be make clear, like if what all things you see on web, it's purely public. Not only me, not only you, everyone can access it. Even though there is much encryption, much things, it's accessible. Okay. So and also your browser is much vulnerable. Okay. Uh, in our like cyber classes, we say like browser is the most advanced way of hacking. Okay, uh, if you look at the services a browser provides, it's plenty. Like a browser can be used for browsing websites. A browser can be used for viewing PDF. Browser can be used for viewing movies. Browser can be viewed for not many of services can be done through browser itself. So, and browser can be also used for file manager as, like, it has option for file manager also. It can use your camera, it can use your device, like all sensors, etc. So a browser holds a major role on every device. Okay, so it has also a major drawbacks too. Okay, so the first power browser attack is like through extensions and plugin. So there are many extensions which are there to make our browsers through to make our browsers vulnerable. Like I don't want to share you some of them since that would make you okay. Then we, as I mentioned before, we have a pattern of saving our passwords on browsers, and we do not clear our histories and we do not clear cookies. Okay, so cookies also being part of a session hijacking, which is also coming on our later part. So we can have a, like I shall show you some tools which are much common. I think it's very much old but useful till like it is very much useful for everyone. It is very much old also. Okay, it's all about the near package. Okay, okay. So this is the near package. So these are the web tools of the near package. So you can see like when you just install this, you can see the browser history view. So you can see like what all sites you have visited, or like the person have visited, etc. So these all things can be seen. They like what I use a lot is like there is a password. Okay, and through this you can see the Chrome cache view. Okay, so this one is like this one is like a web pass viewer. So as I mentioned before, you save some passwords. So all those can be retrieved with this simple software. It's not up to like it's like below 1 MB. Just download it, just double click it. You will get this all these things without any login or any like without anything. You can just simply get this. Uh, Simply go to this nearsoft.net and just try web browser pass view. Okay, so then you'll be getting this particular software. Then you can just try it by yourself. I'm not trying it right now from here. Okay, since like my laptop have some has some saved password on related to my work. Okay, so you can try this one. So as I okay, so there are many little tools which are readily available from this. I think you guys can just go and check this out. Okay, so you can get all the saved password, get all the histories, get all cookies. Okay, so these all can be done. So these are the browser attacks, and with the browser cookies, you can go for session hijacking too. Okay, so session hijacking, I shall give you an explanation, a demo too. Okay, so uh, some of you would be having, is it only for browsers? Does it do not rely on our operating systems? It too also rely on our operating systems on what you use. For example, this is like how to view, how to just get your all your Wi-Fi passwords which are saved on your uh, what's a Windows machine. Okay, so just run a command. Is it visible? Okay, I think now it's much more visible. Okay, so netish wlan show profiles. So it will give me all my profiles. So you can see there are two Wi-Fi my saved. One is home Wi-Fi, another one is DSO. To just view our password, it's very simple. Like, so here on SSID we need to change our SSID over here. It's like home Wi-Fi. Okay, so all the details will be here. Okay, so this is my password. Okay, I think it would be much complicated to digest. This is my password of my home Wi-Fi. Okay, so this, so as I said before, this is not only applicable for the browser; it's also reliable to your operating system too. So there are many bugs only related to operating systems. So you can also see there are some tools related to that. System tools are there, so you can see all these things. Okay, what's the main point of saying on this topic is like there are options to see which all USB has been attached to your device, on what time, on when your device is being last booted. All these details can be obtained. Okay, so if you are a regular user, like I use my systems daily on start of like 9 to 6, then at 8 to 1. Okay, so this is my regular pattern which I use laptop daily. So these all can be obtained, or what all I have did, these all can be obtained much easily. Okay, next thing is like session hijacking. So we will be having a purely demo on that, but let's see how it works. So a user is a Bob is a user. It's asking its bank. So he is login on this bank. Then he gives out a session ID of 123456. So then he submit for a he submit for a fund transfer with this session ID. Then user bank accept. Then the bank process is done. So this is how a session works on a normal basis. Okay. So what does a hacker do? Okay, here hacker do is like hacker do is much simple. He just listen on this network, and he will take this session ID, pardon, okay, this session ID onto your system, and he will be requesting for fund transfers. Okay, with the session ID. Okay, so he will be eavesdropping as a MIM, man in middle. Okay, how MIM works, I shall explain you later. But this is which is happening. Okay, and the main tragedy, tragic thing is like it's very common. Okay, let me show you. So this is one of a website which I have made. Okay, so I am personally logging in. Okay, so now I have logged in. So if you just inspect,
Not a little bigger in terms of font.
hello.
A little bigger in terms of font. Little
Okay,
bigger.
Oh, it won't work. Uh,
I'll do it full screen now. I'll
okay.
do it full screen. Don't worry.
Uh, like I can. It's just increasing font size on here on the display, but not over here. So these all are the session IDs, like the IDs which have been used. So this is my particularly my session ID, which is used on what we say on sorry, this one. This is my session ID which is used with me. Okay, I have just simply copied that. Okay, as we all know, I'm just copying this link. So I'm just moving to what we say this link on an incognito mode. So it's not allowing me to log in uh, onto that same link because they do not have that session ID. So I'm just going to create that session ID. This is- Okay, here is the session ID value. So I just clear this one and I'm going to paste this one over there. Okay, now if this is saved, I'm just refreshing this website. Okay, so you can just notice this. Now it's turned like my name and like what we say the logo. Now have like instantly sign into this particular account. Okay, so this is what happening on web. All our transactions are based on session IDs. So if you just take the session IDs out, you would be doomed. Okay, I think you have been seeing this type of thing like for example Facebook. They have also similar set of session IDs which are saved on your browser, and they use this IDs for like what we say like to know it's you again, so they do not make you log in again on this device. Okay, so they save these session IDs on your browsers as a cache, so this can be retrieved through some like as I said before, the near package is muchly available. There are many other ways you can obtain these things. So to complete this instance, let me put this dashboard link so that you can. Okay, so since I am logged in, this is much similar simple to me to put on and just go on. Okay, so this is what happening on basic session hijack. On by regard to this, like there are many like you will be getting many session keys. For example, Netflix. Okay, so if you just go for searching, then you would be getting some Netflix or like Amazon Prime or like Disney. So those cookies can be got, and you can just add those through a simple step. Like here is like, so this is cookie editor. So this is an extension, though you can just what we say. So just get import, and you can just paste those cookies over here and get it done. So this session end will be saved over there, and you can resume someone's what do you say someone's accounts and their usage. It's hardly a crime. It also may happen to you when you use these type of accounts on a public network. Sometimes like in our railway stations or like airport, they give you public wi-fi, so there are chances to be hacked, and they can get these type of session key from you and can be brought to others so that they can use your services. Okay, so this is much common one which is going on currently. Instead of sharing username and password, they are sharing the session keys to the users. Even they doesn't know your username and password. They just took these session keys. For an instant, this session key would be only valid for a particular time period. For an example, for 5 days or 10 days. But these 10 days, your account would be fully accessible with them. Okay. So this is basically session hijacking, how it works. I think it's what we like. It's okay with you. Let's go to the next one. How to secure password. So these all we things we see. Do have a 16 characters or more. Do use uppercase, lowercase. Do use numbers. Do use special characters. So I have said before, like sometimes you'll be using the same password for every other accounts. Okay, sometimes like for example, like I will be using the Google authentication for some website login. If Google is being hacked, then uh, my other accounts, like my other accounts, will be also being under suspicion. Okay, so to check that, you just this is a site like have I been uh, okay, so you just go to this website, just enter your mail ID. Okay, just enter your mail ID, then just click this button. Okay, so you can see I had an account on Dubsmash, so it had an account under like a data breach on 2018. So there's a chance like if I'm using some something similar on other, there is like the same password till now, there is a chance like there's a chance that I'm getting under hack, like under hack. Okay, so do check this website, do check with your mail IDs. Okay, so another website which is like before you set some password, do go to this website, like for example like abcd at the rate 584. So you can see like as you make the combinations of the password much hard, the time to take to crack the password get more increased. Okay, so this is an estimated time. So before setting your password, like for example let me put for example 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So this is instantly the hackers can hack those passwords. So before setting your passwords, just go to this website or try something new, which is much harder. Okay. So the next thing is like we shall have. You have been amazed, like they have checked my Dubsmash account and they were trying to get me on. Okay. So how does they know like how I was in Dubsmash with my mail ID? Okay. So they use something a script like a user account to check whether my mail IDs are or whether my IDs are there on social medias. Okay, so let's have an example with our. Okay, so just clone for faster preview. I'm just putting this my Git account. Uh, so this is just clone this URL. Okay, so we are going to do a user account. So in that, this script is mainly done with Bash. It's a Bash script we are going to execute. This for all those who are new to this, this is called Google Colab, which is used for running some script in online. So you just Google.
Don, is this from you? Like, did you create this package?
No. Like I have a similar package, but it's not. It's this one is public.
Uh-huh.
Okay. like I have a package, like an updated one. So this is for you guys to try it on. uh,
Okay.
we use professionally, not this one, because like this one is much more outdated. It is like around 2018. Okay, since our intention is to just get to know you, these are the methods. I'm just putting like uh, for an instance. Okay,
Sure.
so there are
John,
much
and also can
updated
you like
ones.
zoom a little bit? Can you zoom a little bit?
Sure, sure.
Ah,
Is
better,
it
better.
viewable now?
Ah,
Okay.
better.
So after that, let's just then let's command to view which all are the files which are available. So sample data folder is there, user account folder is there. Okay. So I want to go to user account folder. So cd user account. Then it's since it's a bash script, as I mentioned before, just enter bash user account dot sh. Okay. So they will ask you, like as I mentioned before, this is just version 1.0. Now it's like around we have 3 point something version available. It's available. It was much back on 2014 when this was available. Okay, now it's we use custom ones. I will just show you how it works. Okay, so now for example, like I'm putting a keyword like Don C John. Okay, so they are now checking for my mail, like with this they are checking for my accounts on all the social medias. The thing is like it should be exactly Don C John on every social media. Okay, then only they would be able to find. But now there are like cup script to make it much more easier. Okay, like for my, I think for my LinkedIn, I think. Okay. So as I said before, I have LinkedIn. It's Don C John. For Twitter, it's DonCJ. So they won't find me on Twitter. Okay. So okay. So they want me try get me on Twitter. So there are many updates we have gone under this. What we say, uh, this user account. It was basically used on the Kali Linux, which is an operating system used on for especially for hacking and like offensive security. Okay, so I think this one you can view right now. Okay, so by this there you can see. So how this is made is like it's a bit simple. Let me put. Okay, so for you guys to try, like I have just added this one 4 hours back. Uh, okay, user account. So here we have a bash script. This one is like the thing which is running. So they just okay. So they just put this ID slash username. Okay. So they just run it and they check whether the request output is like 403 or like it's like 404 error, whether the page is found or not. Okay. They just Google that out. Okay. Let me plot an example. We just go to this. Don't see John. Okay. So they are asking some login. Okay. So you can check. Okay. You can check Okay, so my details are hidden. Uh, so you can check this. Then you will be able to see it's if it's working or not. Okay. For profession, we do not use this type of method. Like we have separate, well advanced one. Okay. Just for your information, I'm just putting on that. Okay. So it's already done. So we can just move down and just. I think it's under. Oh, I think there is mini state. Oh. So so here we can grab all those details which we have got. Okay, this is a simple task script which you can also create. Uh, okay, just to identify whom, like how expand the hackers get your accounts. Okay, the main use of it is like they will check for all the accounts on social media, and then they will call you or they message you like head on. You are on, like, for example, on Pinterest. Let me get you some photos. Okay, and Pinterest is making you a contest. Okay, so if you are part of some uh, like rare accounts, for example, Behance, so they will message some contest and they will ask you to be part of it, and they will get you in trouble. Okay, then they will ask you to connect to another account, like something like just log in with your like Flipboard account, then do this. Okay, so all these details are being grabbed from these type of files. Oh, so now we are far ahead. Okay, so that's about user account. Then it's like phishing. So phishing is basically like it's as similar to the image shown over there. We just give a duplicate thing, and we will ask the users to just enter their passwords or whatever they want, and just take out their data. Okay, for example, I just create a duplicate Facebook page, and we just log into that. When the user, like when the victim log into that, we will get their credentials. So on the basis of that, we have a tool like shell phishing. There are many tools like for easy, like I'm putting this as an example. As the time is running out, let's be fast. Okay, so this one is shell phishing. So it's basically like we have some templates of what we say. We have some templates of the website, the Facebook, all those accounts, like all those social medias templates are there. So here I am coming to shell phishing folder. Then I am just installing PHP. PHP is okay. Before that, I'm just updating my packages. Okay, okay. So what I'm done doing is like I have in this folder, I have okay, sample data is here. Oh no, no, this one. Okay, in this side folder, I have some templates of all these social medias account. So I will create one things just similar onto that. Then I will host it on internet through NGRock. I think NGRock is easy to know. You can host some website for some time. Okay, so it's free. So you can use it for testing. So this one. So with this, I will be connecting my PHP with NGRock and hosting the website live for that tag. Oh, okay. So now PHP is ready. So then, as I said before, we are using bash script. This is also a bash script, shell php.sh. So we are running onto that. So here, if you just look here, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, everything is here. So let me put. So you can put like which account, social media you want to create a duplicate to clone. You just give it the number. So for here, like I'm using an older version of this phishing tool, so that like you do not use it on your daily life. Okay. So all these attacks are not meant for anyone to harm anyone, just for education. Okay. So I have just entered this Zeroid, which is Netflix. So they are creating an NGO with my PHP server. Okay. So the website is ready. So they also give me a tiny URL link, which is a shortened link. So this link we will what we say give it to uh, hackers. Okay. So we have got what we say this beautiful Netflix login page. So if you just look here, one IP is found, and like what we say, so this IP is being saved, and it's also the user agent is using Windows machine, a 64-bit. So all these, and it's also using a Chrome browser. Okay, so all these users details can be got, and also if you just enter something like 1 2 3 4 5 6. Oh, since N0 cannot handle much requests on the free version, it will get expired. Okay, so I think this password is saved. Let's look. Otherwise, it would be like this would be redirecting to the real Netflix page, so that they can log in once again. Okay, so let's look at Netflix. Oh, Netflix and saved IP text. Okay, saved usernames. Oh, like it. Sorry, guys. Like I was due to heavy traffic, we was not able to go on. Okay, so we will get here as their username and their password over here. Okay, this one is much older one, so there are many more good script which is readily available. Uh, I don't just go through it so that you may know what's happening. Okay, how the hackers think and how the hackers do with your data. Okay, okay, so that's all about shell phishing. So as we all know, for network monitoring there are many much tools. As I said before, if you are on a public Wi-Fi, they use these tools like Nmap, Wireshark, Wireshark, Aircrack NG. And Aircrack NG is much common for all of you for Wi-Fi hacking. Okay, for WP web as the WPA encryptions, it's good to decode. Okay, so I think you can go through this, and there are also many networking tools which are available on Nearsoft. So just go to that link and just explore what are the and how, just for curiosity, just go through that. Okay, then next thing is like man in middleman attack. So here what we do is like we like a man, like there is a user A and user B. The user A is transmitting data to user B. So in between that there would be our hacker. Okay, that is called man in middleman attack. So he can interrupt the conversation, he can hear all the conversation, and he can give some extra text to the user B. Okay, or to user A. So this is the main reason which we say like do not use sensitive browsing on public Wi-Fi. There are some sub attacks on related to this. Is like uh, speed limiting. Okay, net cut. Okay, net cut is a software which is used to reduce the bandwidth of other users on your same Wi-Fi network. Okay, so not only same Wi-Fi network, also on LAN network too. Okay, then next is session hijacking. So if someone is on between a user A and user B, if they are dropping the data, data can be theft. Okay, that theft can be possible. So it's also session and may also hijacked. Okay, so this is a normal communication. The user A is giving to user accessing in the database. So this is being cancelled off, and our hacker is being sit over on the middle to provide the service. Right. Okay. So what exactly works behind this MIM attack is like first of all, victim, and there's a switch, and there is a victim again, and there's an attacker which is having an access on this network, like he's connected to Wi-Fi. So the attacker will do is like he will create multiple users, a fake users, uh, virtual users from this attacker's machine, and will make this switch overbooked. Like the switch has a table with all its users' data, like who are the members part of this network. So he will create much users so that this table is fully, what is it, fully uh, filled. So when it becomes fully filled, it makes a switch into a service of the hub. Okay, hub what will do is like it will broadcast every data on the network. So what we'll do is like if A is providing what the switch is doing is like if A provides a data, it will give this data only towards to the recipient, not towards anyone. But the hub will do is like hub acts like broadcasting every message to everyone. If someone needs a message, it can take. Okay, by reading the reception ID, the recipient ID. Okay, so that's mainly happening over there. So with that, the hacker can establish, making it a hub, and this attacker system, then it will work along like what we say. It will be made as another switch, a hacker switch, and he will be routing along this network. So as what we say, the output can be like he can get the full access. So if he victim requests a site, he can deny the site, or he can give a partial output. He can limit the speed. Like since he's in the middle, like he can limit the bandwidth, increase the bandwidth. He what he wish would be on the victim's actions. Okay, next thing is like spoofing, email spoofing, MAC ID spoofing, IP spoofing, phone number spoofing. Like we can spoof anything. I'm not putting an example for information. I have said all this. For phone number spoofing, it's like all our service providers are giving some provision onto that. If they will be sending some OTP, if we enter onto the OTP, we can uh, have a call from that. Okay, it's used for digital marketing, but nowadays it's used for hacking. Like hacking, under spoofing, it's used. Okay, so do not share your OTP. It may affect you providing the phone number. The worst case is like someone will threaten you calling from your known number. Okay, like let your number be 123. There will be a call onto this 123 SIM from everyone from the number like the caller will be like 123. Recipient will be like 123. Okay, the same. So this can happen, which make a lot more confusion if you go for. uh, like a real life scenario. Okay, so this is happening in our daily. We used to see these cases. Okay, so for your phone safety, like we have not covered not much on phone, uh, but still, like I can put some of advice. Like, do check your device manager. Only allow your secure device manager to be part of your phone. Do not install any third-party software from internet. Okay, do use it wisely. For if it's Apple Store, it's Play Store, it's okay. But if it's beyond that, do be have a word. Then it's like also in Apple Store, Play Store, it's like there may have some bugs. Do be sure on that. Then if you use internet and if it's not needed, just turn off your internet. Okay, do not be with it for a long time. It may get you in trouble. Okay, turning on internet for a long time, like it's opening a door, which is like you are staying at home like with the door opened. Okay, at night you may sleep, but it won't sleep. The door is still open. There may be attacks. Okay, so do not save your passwords on chat, contact, notepads, etc. Okay, then do not try to root your device. Okay, rooting is something in iOS it's called as jailbreaking. So do not do that unless it's necessary, like for your testing or some other purpose. Do not use that phone for any of your regular use. Then on to that. Okay, do not share your hotspot or share internet unnecessarily. The thing is, like as I said before, if someone get into your network or say in your internet, same your network, they can hack your device and they can do many of the stuff. So do not provide hotspot to unnecessary people. I have seen many of the public giving hotspot just for playing. Okay, so it may affect you in later. Okay, so this is a deep dive. Like we use like around 4% of the web, total web, which is the surface web with all Facebook, social media, etc., etc. So which is readily available for searching on standard search engines. Okay, but there are two other terms which you need to know. One is deep web, which is like you can access those sites only through a particular login. Okay, so for example, a government site cannot be fully indexed or by search engines. Like it's having some security. Okay, so it comes under deep web. Okay, so we cannot have a look on deep web. All those websites, like all those information under this type of category. So this is called deep web. So another thing is like dark web. So for entry to this, it's bit difficult. It's bit difficult. So we use tunneling, we use many type of works to get into that. So mainly we use Tor to be part of this dark web. Then we need to have some invitation to be part of this type of dark web. Okay, since we do not have a searchable search engine to get to know which is the website to go for that and go for this. Okay, so in dark web there are malicious acts which are going tremendously. Like they do sell and they do illegal things, drugs, illegal weapons, malware, the stolen data from you. So all those are available. So it's a dark area. Okay, but you should be aware, uh, since you are just only part of the 4%, since I have said before, the surface web. So there are many things deep under the sea, which are very much difficult for you to be uh, part of, like a victim of some hackers. So be aware. So so with the tips, I think we will be concluding. So as a tips, do not save if you are using some internet cafes or unknown. Some if you're using for browsing your friend's phone and all, do clear all your logs. Do work on with uh, private mode. Okay. If you are installing some programs, do it only from a trusted source. Use antivirus with updated versions. Okay. It's also comes along for the software part too. Do use updated software parts with security patches. Use a firewall to secure yourself. There are VPNs to secure, so it's another part like a virtual private network. It's also good, but the free VPNs have its own problems, and it also may affect you. So it's better to have a paid VPN or like a good one. Okay. Then do strengthen up your passwords and do have your two-step verification on all over all your accounts. As I plot the example for WhatsApp, I think it's much known to you. Back up your data at a regular interval of time. Like the data on the web is can be changed or like can be used at any time at any point of time. Okay. So do not share your computer, mobile, internet, anything with others unnecessarily. So that's all from mine. Thanks for attending. I think it's took a bit long. Uh, anyhow, so if you have some questions or like you can raise now. Thank you. Hello. Not able to hear. Just 1 second. Hello.
Now can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Okay. One
now?
second. One second.
I'm muted. I'm muted.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, okay, fine, fine.
Fine.
She's
Okay.
asking about like, are there any other tools like automated version of tools that are available? Like everything is automated, like everything is packed in one. That's what she's asking about.
Okay. It's like so there is one operate dedicatedly operating systems are available for you to try. Like there is like Tarot. There is like Carl Linux, which is having much more tools and softwares bundled together with that OS itself. So that's a great way to start in, and like it's good.
Yeah, and also they're asking about the advanced version of the tools, like advanced tools that we can try on. But yeah, like it can't be
So,
disclosed in the public, people. Like we can say some,
so
but like not everything.
yes, like actually, when Vish was called for me, I just planned for showing a demo with Rat, but like there are some issues to do with that on live. So the thing is like uh, there are many advanced tools, but the thing is like we should you can all create some tools. Like it's not a big thing to create one tool. Like I have just shown you that bash script, which is muchly used on Recon NG. So it's much similar script. It's only the logic which we need to create. Okay. From person to victim, it will be changing. So if we need to do something, for example, like for fishing, I have shown you one tool, right? That shell fishing. So there is another tool called HTT track. So with that, you can download all the like website, like a mirror copy of the website, any website can be downloaded and it can be hosted on other site. So it's a good advanced tool for phishing. So for any each and each, there is good ones and a better ones. So for the show, like I have put some things which are good, which won't harm others by knowing this knowledge. Okay.
Yeah, she has asked about how to learn Bash scripting.
Oh,
It's
that
impossible.
is
Not even advanced people know that. It's all some jugaad we do.
like that. Like for that question, like uh, okay, do Python. Like I have learned Bash on my college days, long back. You can have you can have check with that. There is a one person called Derek Banas, which I seen on often. Like he used to have those videos, and also there is also free code camp. That's also good site. Good YouTube also. It has a good YouTube channel. It's good.
Sure. And also, like, I have some of my personal questions because, most of the time my juniors are having internals till 5 p.m. So I thought, like, why to really give them so much of hecticness. So I told them this will be a recorded session. Do see it afterwards also. That's what I told to them. And, like, I just want to ask you this one question: your journey into hacking, how did it start? Like not
Oh,
hacking like a black hat stuff, but like more of an learning stuff. Like how did it start?
okay. Like till 10th, it was all went smooth as a normal kid. At 10th standard, I was having much curious on computer science. Then I thought like I need to know grab more data on that. So I switched to a career on networking. So I did my diploma on that. Then I have tried CCNA, CWNA, Red Hat, on all those stuff on that time period. So along with my plus one and plus two, so I was good at networking. Then I had I I had a knowledge on network. Then I thought like network won't be enough to get me the data which I need. So then I turned to what I say like ethical hacking. So on the basic stuff on CEH, SISP, on my engineering first years and second years.
Yeah.
So then later I was for my part of college days I used to do some web work. Now I am also doing some part of web. Okay, currently I'm doing much on web. Uh, on on part of that, like I have found that with hacking you can gain some data. Okay, it's better that you mix some data with AI. So I tried machine learning, which made me on part of TensorFlow. Me and Vish also be part of that. So with that, like I was trying TensorFlow. Like you have seen, like I can brute force a password for a longer time. For like on beyond that, like I can predict some passwords which you may use. So that would be better. So that. So that was my dream. Like so, I was with TensorFlow, but now currently, as per my job, I am working as a Magento developer, a company at Web Craft at InfoPark Quality. So we create some e-commerce things, e-commerce platform for some companies. So that's what I do.
Hmm. Yeah, I think Vishwanath sir is also asking for a request on something like, is it possible to show some web app security vulnerabilities like clickjacking and things like that
Okay. Uh,
in the
okay.
future session? That's what he's
Sure.
asking about in the upcoming
So
session.
let's look on that. I think we this type of online streaming will want to supporting that. If that's the case, let's look for Google Meet or like some pro sessions. So that would be better. Like here, I
Yeah,
cannot show you
we
like how to hack a Wi-Fi or like some device. Okay, but let's see that.
Yeah, that's true. Because I tried with. I told you right. I tried with the Metasploit thing, but I was so unsure about what it might do to my channel. So yeah, like it's like if somebody comes and strikes a report on your channel, also it's like very bad also, and it happens for the online platforms these days. So yeah, that's where some closed sessions probably we can plan for that. Sure. I think Don, thank you so much, and trust me, he was one of the most dedicated person that I ever saw. And I really wanted a session from him. And I called him and I told him, whichever session you want, just do it. And he told me cybersecurity, and I was so happy that I really wanted to do a cybersecurity session from now on. And yeah, there'll be a lot and lot of sessions which will be coming from our chapter and also from TFUG Bangalore chapter and other communities as well. So do hop in for those sessions and do learn a lot, people. John, thank you so much, brother. It means a lot to me. I learned a lot from you today. I think, trust me, I think probably there were many, many people who joined in the middle and they learned very new stuff today. I think, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vishwas, for inviting me to the session. I had never on a session on cybersecurity much on streaming. Like I had did some workshop, but I have not done something on a streaming side, which is much live. Okay, it was a
Thank
new
you.
good
Thank
experience for me. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, I'm ending the broadcast and I'll be available on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you find me. And also do connect with John if you have anything new to learn. I think he is an amazing person, very approachable. Do approach him, learn a lot. Thank you so much, John. Thank you so much. And bye bye, everybody.
Thank you.
I'll end the broadcast now.